Moving ahead, I would like to give you some strategies, my dear friends, to balance our energy, masculine and feminine. That's where I think you are interested how I can balance my masculine and feminine energy. There was a scale developed by Professor Ben, a psychologist, and that scale is known as androgynous scale. It indicates that we all have masculine and feminine quality within us in our personality. And this is the test you can assess yourself. I will also share through, I think, documents so that it is visible and readable easily in your attachment so that you can, it's easy to assess. You just have to mark yourself and the scoring is given and you can see whether you have more masculine quality within your personality or you have more feminine quality in your personality. And you can see very clearly that you have to nurture both, but which is dominant and how you can balance, and you can check yourself whether it is helping you or hurting you in your life, in your personal life, in your professional life. And this is very interesting to note. It really helps, just to gain an understanding that where I can make difference in my life. So this energy balance is very important for each one's growth also, and also to prevent from disease, the problem, the conflict, and help you live in a balanced way and a healthy way. And healthy way is a happy way, if you ask me. So that's what feminine energy can once again return to the planet, make it whole, and this full complement of yin and yang supporting each other in the wholeness. This is a return to the whole reflection of God within each of us. I think that's what I was trying to convey. This is the oneness. This is the wholeness. Whole is holy. We all know. Holy is pious. And pious is sacred. And sacred has no problems, no conflicts. It is purity of life. And that's what this balancing of energy will give us for our life. And it will help us to manage our problems and challenges of a daily life in a more better way, in a more healthy way, in a more positive way. So what we are waiting for? We all need to understand this self transformation will lead to world transformation. That is why we want to change the universe, we have to change ourselves. We have to think where we are, this energy force is imbalance. How can we balance that? And this is possible, very much possible. And if I see research, very less researches has been done in this area. Those scientists, researchers who are listening to me in the field of psychological science and interdisciplinary area, they can think of bringing out some intervention, and see how we can come as a psychologist group, an eclectic intervention to help people solve their problem. Not only doing CBT and REBT, which we keep on doing in psychology field. We have to think and go beyond. This is a call of a spiritual being, part of human being. We all have that spirit, the soul, the consciousness. We need to do something for consciousness. I am talking to you, I am creating a pattern in my environment. The consciousness is the pattern in front of you. The energy is creating a pattern. The pattern is created by your conversation, by your language, by your thought, by your words, by your emotion. So it is up to us what kind of pattern we create in our environment through our consciousness. That's what I was talking, that this is how the energy need to be seen, need to be heard of each other, need to be taken care of, need to be nurtured, valued, respected. And not only you have to compete with each other, but compensate each other with values. That's where we keep on talking in our daily life, the better half. I always question, what is this better half? Are you better half yourself, better self yourself first? You know? We need to question all these language which we use in our conversation without understanding the rhyme and reason behind it. So that's the balance I am talking that we need to create for ourselves. And even Carl Jung, as a who's a great psychologist in humanistic era, he said, we all have powers to create ourselves. So that's where I'm coming. I'm not talking something which is very unscientific. It's very scientific. We can do it. And you can create that balance of your energy within your personality. I have already shared self-assessment tool with you. And you can seek this balance by following some spiritual practice like yoga, meditation, breathing. Breathing is the best technique. You can do breathing exercise, and you see, when you are in anxiety, the energy flow is very fast and the breath is very fast and it is very grumpy, So when you just take deep breath and you relax your brain, the central nervous system, when you breathing exercise, relax the central nervous system, and you're relaxed and you're peaceful and your comprehension thinking gets clear. So breathing you can do, I think, many times in a day. And this should be a part of your daily practice. We always think that one day I will decide and do this. No, I'm sorry. As a psychologist, I promote this to everyone, that we need to practice those spiritual practice which is important for us and which will help us to gain our balance in our mind. And that's where it will help us to progress each other within family and in the society. Now, when you value the qualities of feminine energy, which nurtures you better able to, you can see all these points which will help you. You achieve what you want. You hold space projects to develop at their natural pace. It happens on their own, and you enjoy that process. Similarly, when you value the qualities of feminine energy, it nurtures you better able to, you are initially pursue what you want. So you are purpose driven. You do what you like. You enjoy your every moment of life. So this is so easy. It can be done. It's not far off that we are not able to do it. It's so difficult. It's not. It is within our reach. It is doable. It is achievable, and we can do it. I have already talked about one technique of self-assessment. Breathing I have discussed. And for breathing, I must tell you, please practice. Here again, I have kept that. Yoga, one primary goal of is to bridge the gap between the masculine and feminine. Why? Because yoga means you connect. Yog is union. It is a Sanskrit word, yog, that means it is union. You are united with your mind, body, and soul. So when you do yoga, you gain a lot of energy. And every part of your body is energized. That is how the balance of energy happens, masculine and feminine. So yoga is the best way to practice. And let me tell you, breathing exercise, I'm urging all of you as a teachers, start in your class. Before you start your class, 5 minutes closing eyes and do meditation, breathing exercise. When you do breathing exercise together, you connect with the class of 60 or 100 immediately. The connection establishes. It's very difficult to establish the connection, but through breathing, this connection of oneness establishes with everybody in the environment. This is what we can bring the spiritual practice in our academic fraternity and academic community, in our university culture, ecosystem, which can help individual to develop from within. We don't take classes and teach students to develop from within. So this is an art and science which helps individual to develop from within. As I was talking about breathing exercise, breathing should be taken as a brushing exercise. Brushing was also not found in the genes of our humans. It was later became a habit of humans to live a healthy life, good life, hygiene life. So, can we not bring this breathing exercise as a part of our daily routine, like brushing teeth? And today, I think we should be more awakened because COVID has realized, gave us a realization of importance of breath. So at least that reverence we all should show to our humanity to start practice breathing exercise. It will help you and the environment. So this is one very important. If you can do it along with meditation, the result will be enormous. You can meet me and talk to me your result, share with me later if you want to. You will see the difference in your personality, what you are. You can mark the calendar. I can challenge you, and you can see after 2 months, 3 months, even after 10 days, you can see the difference, in your personality, in your energy level, in your approach, in your conversation, in your communication. Everything you will see there's a lot of change happening. And that has a ripple effect within you and in your environment, with your relationship, in your professional life. It keeps happening. So I think these are few techniques. Laughter, I think laughter is the basic fundamental human nature which we all have. We can laugh, and we should have this part of our laughter as a therapy, which we talk as a psychologist, that it really opens your mind and opens your heart, and you pour your heart to each other when you have this kind of laughter for you, yourself, and others. And another important point is relationship. This is a great way to practice and surrender oneness in relationship. Many people shut out an opportunity for relationship thinking dominant, masculine, and feminine become more important, so they don't talk. So let yourself be in relationship where you thrive and grow. You surrender with openness. You know why you're doing that. There is a reason behind, you're aware of it. So that domination and that feeling of oppression should not be there. That's where the problem and imbalance comes in the energy. Always have something to be excited about. I was excited for your class today, though I had a lot of work for my office, but still I was excited what I'm going to share with you all, and also learn experience that how I'm able to convey the message of balance of energy, masculine and feminine, for humanity and empowered society. So I'm very excited. So we all have to have one mission in life, purpose in life, which keeps us driving and keeps us telling us that you need to do more. Next, what next? When you achieve one goal, there is another goal waiting for you to strive for and get involved and get engaged, so that your energy is utilized in channelized in a more constructive work and constructive output and outcome for self, family, and society. Get into nature. I think we all have lost that rhythm with the nature, but thanks to this pandemic, we are reminded that we are part of nature. Initially, when I started my lecture, I told you we have to be rhythmic, as in our breathing, as with the environment and the nature. We are part of nature. That's how we have human nature. So I think that's connection has to be understood. And we all know that 5 elements of our personality and of our body. So that is where we have to have that balance approach to achieve that balance of energy within ourselves, within our personality. And I think you can do writing, journal writing, reflection writing, intuitive writing. As you are flowing in each day, you find some problem. You just visualize what was there, how can I solve it? You can easily solve it, but we don't reflect, we don't introspect, we don't become aware of those problems. But it is easy with this intuition and this intuitive writing. When you just write those problems in your reflection journal, you will see you're able to solve it, because you can see like a movie whole day when you do your work, and when you end your day, just close your eyes and have a screening of that movie from as a movie, like from 9 o'clock or when you got up until you get to your bed. Just see on the screen what all has gone through, where I need to make some changes, where I am going wrong. You get a reflection. You get a reflection, let me tell you. And it's like a flash bulb comes to your brain and mind, and it tells you do something, you have to take action. That's how our energy functions and energy works in ourselves, which can be useful for us and for others. So that's how I think that balancing masculine design moments back in your daily, how you fulfill your daily routine, schedule an hour to read. Again, reading we have to do. That's very important for all of us. There's a lot of spiritual understanding which is there in this world, but how many of us know this understanding? How many of know this is scientific way? I'm doing research in this area, spiritual science. It's a science. We have to talk and integrate with the science and have evidence so that we help people to know the reality, the truth, the fact about this aspect of humanity which is there within us as a soul, the soul consciousness. So when you see to balance your masculine energy, how do we do that? So you plan a trip, you go for travel, you are goal oriented, you get together with friends, but that doesn't mean that female do not female masculine energy, feminine energy do not like that. They also like it, but the planning we do it as a female also. So that shows your masculine energy, you know. So we have to balance those. This is just indicator for you. There can be many lists, you know, for you. But this is just an indicator to help you understand this is how you can balance your. Suppose you are not able to do something in the travel for your family, for yourself. How would you plan? That requires some kind of masculine energy. So that's how we balance that. We learn. We don't know, we learn. And if we really want to have that quality, that's up to us. That's our choice. So, how we find the balance? We all have and need both masculine and feminine side of ourselves to function fully in this world. To be fully functional personality, we have to have both masculine and feminine. We can't work with only masculine energy and only feminine energy. That's where the imbalance has happened in society. And that's why this talk is so important at this point of time when we are going through pandemic, that we are getting a chance and opportunity to remake ourselves. So don't lose it. Try to find that balance within yourself and help others, your family, your friends, your students. And this is where we can establish that balance and the stability and the sustainability for ourselves and society. So again, strategies I have already discussed, laughter. And for feminine, I think that's a very important point, how to balance Shiva and Shakti energy. Laugh, I think laughter we have already discussed. Again, how we open our heart. But next point, which is very important, own your sensuality. Your sensuality is your sensibility and your sensitivity. Own it, respect it, and respect of others as well, your partner as well. One should not force upon each other. I don't have to tell you, we all know it. So how do we nurture that energy? That's also important to understand by owning our sensuality. You have right to feel that sense, feel that sensuality for yourself, and be sensible and sensitive towards it. Again, relationship means you prosper, move into relationship. Being in the relationship has been my greatest teacher, you know. That's what I think a few points we gather in the text which I was reading. It conveyed that feminine aspect relationships come from within two people. Pay attention to the relationship energy. Instead of rushing to label it, that you are good, you are bad, you are doing this, you are not doing things, doing this, you don't do things which I like. I like things, but you don't like that. But this kind of conversation, which you really try to please each other, the relationship is not a balance. This you are not moving and growing in relationship. You have to grow in relationship, respecting each other's understanding. So that's where I think you have to understand the frequency, the energy which we are sharing with each other, whether it is trying to slow down each other or make it fast in speed, whatever. I think you need to decide whether this relationship is moving into right direction, in a healthy direction, or it is going towards crash. We all know it. And that's how we see divorce rate going high in our country also. Fine, if two people are not gelling well, they can decide. They're two adults. But let's remind ourselves we are also humans before we are wife and husband or partner to each other. And within that relationship, there is your own self, which is divided, which is fragmented, which is torn, it is fractured. You have to see that first before you enter into relationship. Then your relationship will move. Getting into the nature, yeah. When you be in the nature, you feel rhythmic, you feel powerful, you feel happy seeing the nature, being in the nature. And that's where I'm just reminding you before I end my session that you have seen trees. Have you seen the trees? They are so rooted in the ground. Branches are equally there. I think equally every part of the tree you can see branch and leaves and fruits. They give back to the society, they give back to us as the fruits. What I'm trying to convey, so that root is there within all of us. We have forgotten that root of ourself. That is uprooted so easily by anybody. But before anybody, we are ourselves uprooting ourself and not having that strong roots developed for ourselves, prosper for ourselves, to prosper for others also. So you have to be deeply rooted, deeply aware, go into deep thinking to move to the next level. And that's how you can bring equality within yourself of masculine and feminine energy. Otherwise, there is always a rift, there is always a conflict. So this is very important that we should learn from tree that how the tree is rooted. You can see that 100-year tree old also, you can see the root is so strong, you can't shake the tree. And that's what our personality should be, that our roots are so strong, I mean to say of self, our energy, that nobody can shake you in any problems. And that is how we can bring sustainability to ourselves and to the environment, for which we have a lot of discourse seminars and conferences and deliberation going on. But we have forgotten that human as a one marcosm, which we are talking, like we are one microcosm of spectrum in this whole world. And this is a humanity which comprises each individual is like a microcosm spectrum. And if we start working for each one of us, I think there will be a change and there will be a spiral effect, ripple effect in the universe. It's up to us how we decide to look at that microcosm of human organism. We need to remind ourselves. So I think I've already talked about breathing is the best way to balance the energy. Whenever you're disturbed, you just sit comfortably. I've given the instruction here. You take a deep breath from one nostril and then hold, then release from one nostril. Then again repeat this 5 times from one nostril, 5 times from one nostril. So you balance your energy then and there. And let me tell you, brain functions cross. Left controls right, like right controls left. So that's why we are, when you are angry, agitated, you need to do this breathing. It balances you and makes you peace and calm then and there. And that's how energy gets balanced. So these are few, I think, slides you can just see for yourself how it can help you to bring that integration in your life. And towards the end, I would say that the spiritual powers and the techniques which I have already discussed with you, whether it's a breathing, meditation, yoga, and understanding our root as a self, need to be understood to create that balance within ourselves. Let me tell you, this consciousness of soul is so important to understand. And if we are conscious about our soul, we can understand both energy, feminine and masculine, equally. So, real change, we need feminine energy in the management of the world. We need a critical number of women and in positions of power, and we need to nurture the feminine energy in men. Whether in power or whether at home, whether in any walks of life, my thinking is we all have duty towards each other. We have to be responsible citizen of our country to convey this understanding of soul consciousness, which is the only consciousness, which is the reality and truth of life, which is the core of life, which is the humanism of life. And if we understand that, we can solve the problems of our society, of ourself, and the world and the universe. Let me tell you, soul has a solution only if mind is in silence. So let's be soul conscious to create a new world order. Thank you all. God bless you.